Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Popcorn Problems. My name is Elon Pressman, and I'm here with my very good friend and fellow co-host.
Nicholas Pasco.
This week, we're gonna be doing something a little different than we normally do. This week is kind of hectic, and I'm gonna be going on a trip literally in a few hours from recording. So instead of doing our typical episode, we're just gonna be doing a little bonus for you guys, so we don't leave you guys hanging. We're gonna be doing a draft. It's gonna be an Oscars 2026 draft, and here are the rules. I'm just gonna kind of give you guys the gist of it, and then you guys will see it just when we go through it. So we're gonna be drafting 14 different categories: best casting, best score, best effects, best cinematography, best production design, best animation, best animated movie, best adapted screenplay, best original screenplay, best director, best acting all across the four categories, and best picture. We will go category by category, and we each get one pick per category. So here's the caveat: is that a film can only get drafted one time across all the categories. So let's say I'm doing best editing, which is not on the game, so that's why I'm going to be using it for the example. And I want to say that Companion has the best editing for this is the movie I'm going to pick for this draft. Then neither me nor Nick can use it for any other category. So in theory, we should be seeing about 28 different movies on this draft. So that's pretty cool, I think. Um, when it comes to movies that are not out yet, we only get one that we're allowed to use. We get like one unreleased film pass, I guess. And then after we both say what we pick, we're gonna have to kind of fight for our case, argue our case, and then we're gonna select a winner. And the winner's gonna get a point, and then most point at the end wins. Nick, you ready?
I'm ready, Freddie.
Okay, so I think the fairest way to decide who's gonna be going first is I'm gonna pull up 1 to 100 on my like a random number generator on
Mm-hmm.
my computer of 1 to 100. And then we're both gonna say a number, and then I'm gonna spin the wheel, and then or not spin the wheel, like generate the number, and then whoever's closer is gonna get it. You want to pick a number?
From 1 to 100, you said?
Yeah,
All right, 58.
58. Okay. Um, I'm gonna go 37.
All right.
Okay, and the number was 30. So I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
So the first category that we're gonna be doing is best casting, and for this one, I'm gonna be going Superman. Should we
All right.
argue our case once we say it, or like once we both say it and then we can go like back and forth? What do you think?
No, you can argue a case where you say it.
Okay, so the reason why I'm choosing Superman is because while I think that there are other better movies with maybe better castings, I think that they would fit better in other categories. So I don't want to use them too quickly. I think
Sure.
Superman generally everybody is kind of really well cast. I was really happy with that. What's it called? Superman was awesome. Our Lois Lane is great. Jimmy Olsen's amazing. Lex Luthor. Everyone really fit their roles really well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't know. I don't see anyone else that could really be playing this version of the character right now. So I really think that James Gunn and his casting department did a great job casting it, and that is why I will be choosing Superman.
So, like, can I argue against you or something?
Okay, I say
Are you
we can
just
do
are we just
rebuttals after you say your
all right, all right, all right.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, I guess it's my turn. I'm going to say best casting for me was Sinners. I believe everyone in that movie was like, they're not, a lot of those people are not very well known actors, or some of them are, some of them aren't, but they really stuck out as like each and every character. And I think also one of the reasons I'm picking it for best casting is the choice of having Michael B. Jordan as like two different people, as two different characters. Um, I think being able to cast an actor who has that much range um, is a very interesting and very bold choice. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I would say everyone really stood out in that movie. There is like that movie came out like what during summer or something like that, months ago, and I
No,
can
it came out
still.
in April.
Oh, there you go. Well, I guess
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Um, it came out months ago, and I can still maybe not remember all of their names, but I can still remember a lot of the faces that were
Totally.
in that film. And so
Totally.
yeah, Sinners is my pick.
So, okay, well, I'm not even gonna try and argue with you because Sinners is the obviously the better pick here. I just can't believe that you would waste Sinners so early. That's so heartbreaking, to be
Here,
honest.
here's the thing, honestly, and hot take. I like Sinners. I liked it a lot. I didn't love it like most people. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was okay. Um, I just yeah, I don't know. I wasn't as starstruck by it as most people were. And I have
Hmm.
other films on
Right.
here that I was more starstruck by. I hope I don't have like I hope I don't have like a recency bias sort of situation
Hmm.
going on, but I don't know. I just wasn't I liked it. I liked it a lot. And that's all I can really say about it.
I see. Okay, interesting. So I guess you get a point for that. So that's 1 point to you. Do you want to keep track or should I? I can keep track.
Sure, I can keep track. I do want to say though, I feel very similar about Superman. I do think the only issue with Superman is that I feel like a lot of the actors would go more into like, and I guess this is more characteristic of the movie itself, but they'd go more into like a caricature more than the actual like becoming the human, which is kind of hard for a movie like Superman. So I kind of don't blame you for that, but that's kind of my only
Hmm.
argument against you.
I see. Okay, well, I'm not like I said. You clearly have the better choice. I just didn't want to waste Sinners,
That's
this
fair. That's
early
valid. That's
on.
valid. I get you.
Okay. So now on to best score. Take it away, Nick.
I'm gonna say best score for me was Eddington. Eddington was
Ooh, that's a good pick. That is a good pick.
right. I just feel like a lot of that movie was like so tension filled, and having the score there just like was it was super subtle sometimes. Other times it was like more bombastic, but I just think Daniel Pemberton did such a good job with like all the different subtleties. I love when a score is just like almost barely not present, but it's there enough to like still like I don't know what is the word I'm looking for? Like just I
Like
guess
just like have an effect.
yeah, like have an effect, like hit your strings very deeply in your core, to a point where you don't even think about it, but it's still there. I don't know. I really like the score of Eddington, and I don't know. I think Daniel Pemberton did a great job, along with Hex and Cloak, the Hex and
Hmm.
Cloak. Yeah, your turn.
Interesting. So I Loki have didn't even consider Eddington for any of these categories, so that's not too heartbreaking.
Wow.
That one's off the table.
Mm-hmm.
My pick is gonna be Fantastic Four: First Steps, and I just had to get the superhero movies out of the way, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
also, I think they both fit their respective categories. I think the Michael Giacchino score for Fantastic Four was so awesome. I think it really fit the movie so well. I
Mm-hmm.
remember the first time that they like showed it at some Comic Con panel. It was so like mesmerizing, like hearing the beautiful score for the first time. And I feel like I don't know. Every time I heard it in the trailer or like in the movie, and the few times that I rewatched it, I always think it was so fantastic. Like I don't even know how to explain it. It was just it perfectly fit the movie. It fit the aesthetic. I think it was super well made. And yeah, my pick is Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't argue with that. I would agree. I think it was a beautiful score. I think he did a great job. I think it really helped making the movie more iconic. You know what I mean? Like whenever I think
Oh
of the
yeah,
Fantastic Four, I think of like that Fantastic Four, like the score part. Like
yeah,
I
totally,
don't know,
totally, totally,
it's great.
totally.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if do we really need like a who won this argument sort of point thing. I think we just like state our case. I don't know because I don't know if we
Okay,
any of us would win
that's
this
true. That's
specific
true.
category.
That's true. I think it's more so. Okay, yeah, we could totally do that. All right. So
Yeah.
yeah, I chose Fantastic
Alrighty.
Four First Steps, and you chose Eddington. The
Eddington.
next one is gonna be Best Visual Effects.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go first here. I'm gonna use my movie that hasn't come out yet, and I'm gonna go Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Mm.
I don't think I have to explain too much there. I just feel like that movie is gonna blow away when it comes out. At least visually, I don't know if it's gonna make the money the other two have, but I just think it's gonna look beautiful. I'm very excited to watch it on a big IMAX screen, hopefully in 3D. The trailer looks amazing. I remember when we went to watch it, Tron, in the world's
Yeah.
biggest or in the country's biggest theater.
Yeah.
Like the best part of that experience was watching Avatar trailer
For
on
sure.
that big ass screen. So, with all that being said, I have to choose Avatar: Fire and Ash. Nick, what is your choice for best visual effects?
Just real quickly, I am going to make sure to watch Avatar on the big screen in the country. Like that's on a need to happen basis. Genuinely,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
hope there are still tickets available for it. I'm gonna go with my best effects. My movie for best effects will be Better Man, the monkey movie.
Ooh,
I
that is an amazing pick as well.
That's
That's
what
a
I'm saying,
good
bro.
pick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I, as much as I know the effects in Avatar are gonna be like incredible, insane. I mean, we see it from the trailers already. Um, I think Better Man does something just like really unique in not just like its performance and not just like in the way that the movie chooses to present itself, like its story, but in specifically for effects, being able to mix in like the monkey CGI with like all the humans and make it just blend so well. And not only just
So
that, but like
effortlessly.
not just like effortlessly, genuinely. And just like making the monkey effect like so real yet so human as well, and not putting it anywhere in between like an uncanny valley of like, I don't know. There's so many ways that it could have gone wrong, but they just picked every single right answer. And also not just like for the monkey specifically, but the hallucination scenes or like just the metaphoric scenes. Those looked
Hmm.
gorgeous every single time.
Yeah.
I was blown away in that theater when I watched it, and it's honestly surprising that I've only watched it once. I want to watch it again, but I can't imagine
I
watching it
remember
anywhere else than the
I remember me recommending you the movie, and you were like, "There's no way this shit's good," and I was like,
No,
"It is
genuinely.
phenomenal." I was like,
No,
"It is
genuinely.
phenomenal.
I
You
was blown
have
away.
to go watch it."
And it genuinely is like, if I could have put it in more categories, I would, because it's up there. It's great. It's like probably top five of the year for me.
Yeah, yeah. It is a
100%.
really good movie. What's it called? And yeah, so for best visual
Yeah,
effects, I am going with Avatar: Fire and Ash, and Nick is going with,
Better
um,
Man.
fuck, why is it blanking on my head
Better
right
Man.
now? Better Man. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Um,
for best cinematography,
best cinematography. Go ahead.
for sure, I guess I'll go ahead. I'm gonna choose a little known film called Lurker. It's
Mm.
this movie by Alex Russell. It's written and directed by Alex Russell. It had a small theatrical release, nothing too crazy. Um, I will say though, I do really like a lot of the movie. I think I talked about it on the podcast at some point. A lot of the film has to do with like fame and all the cameras that you surround yourself when you are in fame or anything like that. And an aspect of the film that I really liked was the use of a handheld camera
Hmm.
throughout like a lot of the movie, and how like watching that on the big screen, and also watching a lot of like not just the handheld camera shots, but the the actual like I guess quote unquote good camera shots, and how metaphoric they were to like what the movie was representing. I thought was really beautiful. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Lurker. That's my movie. What would you pick for best cinematography alone?
So my pick for best cinematography is F1. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
good one.
I, yeah, and this is a movie I genuinely see as possibly winning the Oscar, just because I think it was so I mean, shot so amazingly. It was by the director of Top Gun Maverick, and
Yeah,
I really like Joseph Kosinski. I feel like every time he really knows how to direct like high octane, fast action sequences, and also just like the normal like talking sequences between characters. I also think he shoots that interestingly. Um, and I don't know, I'm not a big like racing fan, but I was on the edge of my seat for that entire movie. I was just so entranced visually, and I think he
for
really,
sure,
especially the racing scenes, it really felt like watching like cars come to life. So
for
my
sure,
pick
for
is gonna
sure. No,
be F1.
I thought of F1 for best cinematography. My only thing is like the racing scenes look great. I feel like just the talking scenes can get kind of like dull, like when they're not
Mhm.
racing, obviously, which is like the majority of the movie.
Right, right, right.
But
Well,
I would
I,
agree
I
100%.
I have to disagree.
Or
Like
not
I said,
100%.
I think he even shoots the talking scenes interestingly. So I just had a great
All
time
right,
with F1.
totally. All right.
Okay.
Well then,
So
our
I'm
my
gonna
movie was for best cinematography was Lurker, and
mhm.
Alon's movie for best cinematography was F1.
Yeah. I'm gonna move into best production design right now, and this is where I'm gonna be giving Frankenstein its flowers.
Mm.
I haven't spoken about Frankenstein on the podcast yet, just because I really wasn't into it, and it took me a while to get through it, and so I don't think it would be a fair conversation.
Yeah.
But with that being said, the production of the movie was obviously fantastic. It
Hmm.
really had that grungy, gothic, old vibe down to a T. Um, and it's not the way you would expect a Frankenstein movie to look, but it's the way you would expect a Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein movie to look.
For sure.
And so, I don't know. It looked really nice. And so my pick is gonna be Frankenstein. What about you, Nick?
I'm gonna go for for my best production. Would have to be Fantastic Four. I just love
Mm.
the way that they meshed
You
the
can't pick that.
like. Yes, I can. Wait, watch me, baby.
I just picked
Um.
Fantastic Four for best score.
Oh wait, but are we not picking? What do you mean? We're only picking. I haven't picked Fantastic Four yet
No,
for
no, no.
anything.
If one of us pick it, then the other can't pick it either.
Oh fuck. Um.
Yeah,
God damn
that's
it.
why this game is tricky.
I see. Oh, you're. Oh my God, you're an asshole. Fuck. Okay, okay, okay. So then, in that
That's
case,
why I was like, bro, why'd you get centers out of the way so fast?
I see, I see, I see, I see, I see. God damn. Okay, so then, in that case, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna use my one movie I haven't seen yet.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go Marty Supreme for for best production design.
Okay, okay.
From what I've seen from the trailers and everything about it, really, I think Josh Safdie has done a great job, and also just I've seen a lot of set design or from like set pictures. I think he's done a great job. Really, like I don't entirely know when the movie takes place, but just like old America, old New York. I think he's done a great job like recreating that. Not just with the sets themselves, but like the cars and the clothing and the way the characters look and the way they talk and everything like that. I think I think that movie is really going to immerse me into that time period and make me believe all the characters are from that time period with not just their performances but everything about them, all their surroundings as well. So I'm going to go Marty Supreme for best production design.
That's a really
Oh
good pick.
god.
I'm really
Okay.
excited for Marty
This
Supreme.
is okay. This is really hard. Wow. I did not know about that stipulation about from the
Yeah,
from the beginning of the game.
yeah.
Damn, damn, damn. All right, all right, all right.
All right, so my pick for best production design was Frankenstein, and Nick selected Marty Supreme.
I
All
will
right, take it
say
away with adapted screenplay. Oh, go ahead.
real quickly though, I will say I have not seen Frankenstein yet. So I I wish I could give my opinion on that because I've seen the trailers and everything and it looks
Hmm.
fantastic, but I can't say anything about it until I've seen it. So yeah.
Right, right, right.
So then okay, I guess I'll go first for adapted screenplay. I'm gonna go for Begonia adapted screenplay.
Fuck
My favorite.
off.
Yeah, no,
Fuck
I mean, a lot
off.
of people don't know, or I guess it's pretty well known now at this point, but it's based on a Japanese short from, I don't know, 2009 or something like that. I may be 100% wrong on that, but
Is it like Gone with the
I
Wind,
thought,
Gone with the Earth?
yeah,
Something
Gone
like that.
with the. Let me see. Let me look this up real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was genuinely great. It also has become like one of the top five of the year. Um, Save the Green Planet, that from 2003. That's where it's from. I think Yorgos Lanthimos and his writing partner did a great job. Just like I haven't seen the short, obviously, but adapting it to not only like a modern world, but to like an American sensibility of like what we, I guess, are interested in, or what
Mm-hmm.
we, I guess, appreciate from like modern culture. Will Tracy and Jang Jun Hwan. He did not write it. Actually, he only directed it. Yorgos Lanthimos.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, so I just think they did a great job. I think Will Tracy and Jang Jun Hwan did a great job adapting it to our modern day, and I think Yorgos Lanthimos did a great job displaying it.
Yeah, well, that was gonna be my pick. So obviously, I have to agree. I have to agree with you. But with
Hey.
that being said, I'm gonna be going with The Life of Chuck by Mike Flanagan,
Mm.
which adapted, I believe it was a Stephen King short story, right? Maybe? I believe so.
Yes, yes. I don't know if it was a short show, but yes, it is a Stephen King thing.
Something Stephen King. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I just think it was really well written. It was really sweet. It was really tender. Um, what's it called? The movie in general is really really good. It's in my top 10 of the year. I think it kind of got, I feel like, brushed by, honestly. Not many, I didn't really see many people talking about it other than like I guess like the week it released. So I hope actually during award season it does get more chatter because I think it was a really nice script, and it was a really good movie. And my pick for adapted screenplay is going to be The Life of Chuck.
For sure. I haven't even seen The Life of Chuck, so
There
there's
you
that.
go.
I wanted
You
to, but
gotta
I just
check
didn't
it
have
out.
time.
It is really good.
Yeah.
I think I saw it at like a mystery movie Monday, like type of situation. So
I see,
I
I
remember
see.
like I saw it like a week early at like some screening. It was pretty fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, so my pick is The Life of Chuck, and Nick chose Begonia. We're gonna be moving to Best Original Screenplay, where I'm gonna be taking Weapons by Zach
Ah, you
Kreger.
asshole. Oh, fuck. That was my okay, whatever, continue, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, so
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna be taking Weapons by Zach Kreger. Yeah, I mean, it was just such a creative idea. It was so well, it was constructed so incredibly well. I think like I don't like yeah, it was just a really strong, smart script with really smart choices made in the way it told the story, and for that reason, I will be selecting Zach Kreger's Weapons. What about you, Nick?
Um, well, Weapons was my pick of best original screenplay. But unfortunately, because I can't do that, and I can't do a previous movie either, I'm gonna have to say, hmm, I'm
You
gonna
gotta
have to
cook.
say my, yeah, I'm actually a little bit cooked here. I'm gonna have to say my pick for best original screenplay would be Richard Linklater's Blue Moon. I really liked the way he wrote this main character. I forgot his name already, but this main character and the way he interacted with all these people around him, and what it really told about the inner life of him and his past and how he relates to people. And I love the way that he doesn't just like explain or have exposition for things. He just it's stated very clearly, either by him or by others to him. And yeah, I don't know. It's a very writing heavy movie. It's a very dialogue heavy movie,
Hmm.
and I couldn't imagine it any other way, and I couldn't imagine anyone else doing it. So, yeah, Richard Linklater's Blue Moon is my pick for best original screenplay.
Nice. So yeah, I have not seen that movie, but I hope to at some point because I have heard it's pretty good from multiple people. So my pick was Weapons, and his pick was Blue Moon. So now we're gonna move into best animated film. I believe this is you, right?
Yeah, sure. Um, for best animated film, I'm gonna pick Chainsaw Man, the Reese arc, I believe it's called. In terms of, it gave me everything I wanted from like an animated film this year, which was like a generally simple story, you know, with somewhat complex themes within it, and the animation itself being beautiful. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think about that film somewhat consistently, and I just think like, wow, like how do they even do that with the budget that they were given? Because it's an incredibly small budget. Well, I'll tell you how they did it. Japanese animators, there's a work ethic there that is maybe not the best, but regardless of that, it's just an incredible thing to see, especially on the big screen. And yeah, I don't know, it blew me away when I saw it, and I can't even watch it again, especially as not even a fan of Chainsaw Man. Um, it was incredible. Yeah. What was your
Nice.
best animated film?
So my best animated film, I was between two movies. The one I'm gonna go for is K-pop Demon Hunters, I guess. Um, it's not something I would say is my favorite, but I think in terms of just like cultural impact and just like attention to the animation genre in general, or the animation
Mm-hmm.
medium, I feel like K-pop Demon Hunters drove a lot of that this year. And while I'm not the biggest fan, I can appreciate that it's really beautiful and it's really well made, right? So
Yeah.
for that reason, I'm gonna be picking K-pop Demon Hunters. And just for the record, the one I was considering was Predator Killer of Killers, um,
Ooh, I
which I
haven't
thought
seen
was
that one. I've heard it's good
really
though.
really good. But yeah, I'm going with K-pop Demon Hunters, and Nick is going with Chainsaw Man, Rise Arc.
Got you. All right, all right, all right.
Okay.
What is your best supporting actor? Alon?
Okay. My best supporting actor that I am gonna be selecting for this year, which it kind of hurts to take this movie off of the list right now, just because I have it down for a few other categories, so I'm gonna have to reshape some stuff. But I'm gonna be taking Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. I
Wait,
think
oh
he
my
gave
god. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I think he gave such an effortlessly funny and compelling performance. Um, like some of his line deliveries have me laughing every time I see a clip of them online, and
100%.
like he really encompassed the role so well. Like the way he would walk, the way he would like talk, like it was just so I don't know. It fit the movie so well, and
Mm-hmm.
it really elevated like what could have been a really boring role. I feel like a really boring character in a cool film to something memorable. So I'm gonna have to go Sean Penn for One Battle After Another.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it was a great performance through and through. Uh, I can't argue with that. For me, I'm gonna have to go with Wyatt Russell in Thunderbolts. I thought out of
Ooh,
almost
interesting
everyone,
pick.
yeah, I think out of almost everyone in that movie, I think Wyatt Russell gives like the most standout performance. Not just as like this like angry rough and gruff guy, but which he is for the majority of the movie, but also just you know being I don't even know how to explain it, but just like also being like this like sad dad sort of dude, and having this like clear, I guess, depression within his face, even in all of his anger. Um, I think was very interesting, and also being funny. He was just very funny in that movie. He was one of my, you know, he makes me laugh a lot, even with like his little movements, his little mannerisms. I just remember that one scene with Julia Louis Dreyfus, and like
Mhm.
she's like making fun of everyone, and then like he's about to like take out the blicky. He's about to take out the blicky on her.
Dude, so good.
Um,
It's so good. Loki Thunderbolts
yeah,
already somehow becoming super underrated. I think people forgot how good that
yeah,
movie
for
was.
real. No, for real. I mean, I honestly didn't even think about that movie for anything else in any sort of category until I thought for best supporting actor. I was like, it's pretty good in that movie. So yeah, I'm gonna have
He
to give it to
was.
Wyatt Russell.
He totally was.
Yeah,
That's a great pick, to be honest. That's a really good pick.
thank you.
I would say my pick is better, but that's just me. Uh,
I mean,
uh,
that's the thing, right? I wouldn't have wasted one battle after another for because I definitely thought of it. I was like, oh, that's 100% like who it deserves to go to. Um, but I didn't want to use it yet. But you just went ahead
says
and
the
used
guy
it.
who
So
used sinners on casting, bro.
listen. I have my opinion on Sinners, and it will be such. All right, no, no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Right,
Oh
right,
boy.
right. Okay.
Oh god. Oh god.
All right. So, is it my turn or your turn? I think it's your turn.
I believe it's my turn. Yeah.
Let's do best
For
supporting actress.
yeah. So for best supporting actress, I'm gonna have to go with Alana Haim for The Mastermind.
Interesting.
She has a very understated performance. I didn't even really like that movie all too much, but I will say that whenever she showed up on screen, I thought it was a very warm welcome to like the kind of silent chaos that was going on throughout the film, and especially as she progresses, like from I don't really want to spoil the movie all too much, but from this like kind of inviting motherly figure to like at the very end, still being that, but just so much colder. I
Hmm.
think was very I don't know. It really stood out to me, and I also am a general fan of Alana Haim. I think she generally gives off like good performances in especially for Licorice Pizza by Paul Thomas Anderson. I thought she was
Hmm.
great in that, and she deserves some flowers for that. So I'll go
She's
to her
also
for
in
the
One Battle
mastermind.
After Another, right?
That is very true. Yes, she is in one battle after another. Her performance isn't the biggest though, so I think she
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
gets
yeah.
chopped off
Like two
after like a
seconds of
few.
screen time.
Literally. So there's that.
Yeah. All right, yeah, that's a really good pick. My pick is going to be Ariana Grande for Wicked for Good. I
Interesting.
just
All right.
saw it 2 days ago, and yeah, she was phenomenal in it. Definitely, she's given a lot more to do. I would say the last movie is more Elphaba's movie. This is more Galinda's movie.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets a lot to do, acting wise in this movie, and she portrays a lot of emotions, realistically, I would say. And yeah, I was really a big fan of her performance. I think she's a great singer. Obviously, that's where she comes from. That's her origin, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm a big fan of her performance, and I wouldn't be surprised if she actually does take home the Oscar this year. So that is why I'm gonna be going Ariana Grande for Wicked for Good as my best supporting actress pick.
Totally. I think it's up to you.
So yeah, what do you think of that, Nick?
No, I mean I haven't seen Wicked, so
Okay,
I
right,
can't
I forgot about
really
that.
opinionate on that yet. But I'm sure I did like her performance in the first Wicked, and yeah, she was a lot of fun. I think she has a lot of potential in being an actress, not just not just a musician. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to watch Wicked for good. So yeah, I'm sure. So I hope she's great in it, like you say.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so my pick was Ariana Grande for Wicked for Good, and repeat the name. Sorry, it's blanking in my head.
Alana Haim for The
Alana
Mastermind.
Haim. There you go, Alana Haim for the Mastermind. So now let's move into. Should we do Best Actor or Best Actress?
Let's do Best Actor.
Okay. So my pick for Best Actor is gonna be Channing Tatum from Roofman.
You're okay. Cool.
Um,
Go ahead.
it's not the performance I would have thought to pick, but this is just how the list unfolded, so that's what I'm kind of taking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not discrediting his performance in the movie. I think he was great. and he somehow sold the role to me when it's kind of, I mean, he's playing not a good person, right?
Yeah.
He robs people, he escapes prison, like all this stuff, but he plays it with such genuine like heart and like emotion that it works. Um, and yeah, he does. It's comedic. It has its like dramatic moments, and yeah, I really enjoyed Roofman. So, I'm gonna have to give the best actor. I'm gonna be drafting Channing Tatum. Uh, Nick, what is your pick for best actor?
So my best actor was actually also Channing Tatum for Roofman.
Mm, sorry.
Um, yeah, it's you know what, it's okay at this point. At this point, I've expected it. So in that case, for my best actor, I'm gonna
Ooh,
have
the
to
left
go
one.
with Demetrius Shuster Koloa Matangi. I really hope I said his name right. From Predator Badlands, being the Predator.
Mm,
I think there's something to be said about his performance being completely obscured from his face, yet also being able to give such an emotional, um, I don't know, I guess journey for the audience through his movements, through the facial animations. I think a lot of, you know, if this were to actually be picked for the Oscars or something like that, I think this would go in tandem with a VFX, like praising the VFX as much as praising the actual actor. But
mhm.
I do have to say that just I was very surprised by how caught I was by his performance throughout the film. Being really able to connect with an alien that I've never, that has no bearing or really similarity to us as humans other than, 2 arms and 2 legs and a torso. Yeah, I don't know. I was very struck by his performance. I was very surprised, and I think he 100% deserves some sort of recognition, which I unfortunately believe he will get none, unless they're goated, unless you're not washed, which who knows. But yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
go with Demetrius Shuster Koloa Matangi for Predator Badlands.
Yeah, that's a really interesting pick. I think we Loki both have some interesting picks for best actor. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty cool. So yeah, I chose Channing Tatum for Roofman, and he chose the guy who played Deck in Predator Badlands. I'm not even gonna try to
He didn't even try to
remember.
say his name, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't
Not
blame
even
you. I
gonna
don't
attempt
blame
that shit. Okay,
you.
best actress. What do you got, Nick?
I'm gonna go for Sophie Thatcher in Companion. I think
Okay.
her very stilted performance, yet also emotional performance when it needs to be. I think being able to switch between those two um, throughout the whole film was very compelling. And I also really just like the movie, and I like the situations that she's in, and I like how she reacts and interacts with it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't really see a lot of people talking about Companion at all these days, which is really sad to me, just because I really think it was a great film. And I think there's something to be said about Sophie Thatcher in that film and how good. And I want to see her in more stuff in the future. So yeah, I
Yeah,
would go for
she was
Sophie
great.
Thatcher and Companion.
Honestly, Companion is just a really underrated film from this year. I really like that movie in general.
Same. Yeah, 100%. Did agree.
Okay, so my pick for best actress is gonna be Jennifer Lawrence in Die My Love.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is a movie I cannot say I enjoyed. I cannot say I like that movie, but her performance
Interesting.
in it carries that movie on its back. It is really, she really gives it her all. She's easily the best part of that movie. Um, she's really, I feel like it's kind of a role that maybe she hasn't really done before. Maybe she hasn't. I haven't seen it. I just a role I haven't seen her in before.
Mm,
And yeah, I don't know. I think she just plays like the manic and crazy side of it so well in the slow like descent into madness. And
sure.
it was just every time she was on screen I was pretty interested. So like, every other part of the movie kind of had me bored as fuck, but thankfully she, we it had the one redeeming quality in Jennifer Lawrence. Um So yeah, so that's gonna be my best pick. My pick for best actress. I chose Jennifer Lawrence for Die My Love, and Nick, what are you choosing? Oh, wait, you already chose. I'm so dumb. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. No, I
remind me.
want to ask you something though. I have not seen Die My Love yet, and I've seen that one clip of her and Robert Pattinson like fighting at the dining room table. I think like one of them asking to like feed the baby, and the other one's talking about the dog or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my
Yeah, I don't know.
God, most annoying dog ever.
What would you what would you say about like just I don't know how they interact with each other in the movie and how Robert Pattinson plays a part in Jennifer Lawrence's performance and vice versa as well. Like,
Yeah,
what would
I
you say
mean,
about them?
Robert Pattinson is definitely fine in the role. It's just he's not given much to do, so he doesn't have much to work
Sure,
with. I would say, like he does
sure.
fine, like he does a great job with, I guess, with what he's given, but he's just not given much, and so he's not able to do
Mm,
much. Yeah.
I got you. I got you. All right, cool, cool.
Hmm.
So,
Okay, so I picked
I think
Jennifer
you go
Lawrence
next.
in
Yeah,
Die My Love, and you picked Sophie Thatcher in Companion, correct?
100%.
Okay, so before we get into Best Picture, we have to do Best Director. And oh my God, I just realized that I have already used this. Shoot, 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 shoot. Okay,
If you want, I can go first because I
yeah, yeah,
know
yeah, yeah,
what to
yeah.
go
Go
first.
ahead, go ahead. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, all right, all right. So for my best director, I'm gonna go with Michael Angelo Covino for Splitsville.
Oh my God,
Uh,
fuck you, fuck off.
I
Genuinely,
believe
bro.
Splitsville was a movie I heard nobody talk about other than us, really.
Yeah,
Um,
such a shame to be honest.
it, Genuinely a shame. Genuinely also my top five, and yeah, I don't know. Just the way that movie balances all its different tones of like hilarity and sadness and drama, and it's an unexpectedly funny movie about such a depressing topic in terms of like relationships and everything like that. I don't know. I really thought it was something that if released at the right time or maybe even on the right platform, I don't know. I'm very gracious that it came to theaters. I'm very grateful of that. I
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
know why they decided to put it in theaters though. I feel like it would have made a bigger splash on like something like Netflix or something like that. I don't know. Regardless, I'm very happy it came to theaters because that's why I watched. That's when I watched it, or that's how I watched it. And yeah, I don't know. It was a great film. Splitsville, please watch it. It's I don't. Nobody else has, so please watch it.
Fuck you for choosing that. That's damn.
Hey
Okay,
man, it's
well,
not my rules. It's not my rules.
whatever, whatever. My pick is gonna be Dean DeBlois for the live action How to Train Your Dragon movie. I'm really picking at straws
Okay.
here.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he made the animated one look really good in live action, which,
Hmm.
is maybe not the hardest thing to do, but it's definitely not the easiest. And he did a great job. And I think he adapted his work really well into the live action format. And so, while it's not what I would have went with, I am going to give him his praise on this draft by taking Dean DuBois. Um, Damn, I cannot believe you took both of my ideas. That's so insane. So I took Dean Dubois for How to Train Your Dragon, and you took remind me his name for Splitsville.
Michael Angelo Covino
There you go.
for Splitsville.
Okay, let's move into our best picture pick. I am going to be taking The Long Walk.
All
It
right.
is a movie that I didn't think I would be thinking about this long after it ended, but here we are. I
Mm-hmm.
think, um, I don't know. I think the way it was shot was really interesting. Obviously, it's just a whole lot of walking, but it still somehow was interesting and engaging. And yeah, I really still not. Like I said with the previous one, it's not one I would say typically would be my best picture, but under the current
Hmm.
circumstances, I'm going to be drafting The Long Walk. What about you? What is your best
Can I
picture
ask
draft?
you? Can I ask you, like, regardless of rules and everything, what would be, or should we say this afterwards? What would be like your actual best picture?
Yeah, we can say it after.
All right, all right. So for my best picture, I'm gonna have to go with "The Day the Earth Blew Up," a Looney Tunes movie directed by Peter Braungart. It is not.
Interesting.
It is not my first pick, obviously, but I think I had such a fun time in the theater with this film. It's incredible, just like seeing these characters in 2D, in fully realized, fully thought out 2D. And not just that, I think they played around a lot with the style, and we just don't see movies like this at all, really, in movie theaters. Like fully whimsical, fully slapstick, fully loony, some could say. And
Clever.
yeah, I don't know. I really, I really enjoyed it. I think Peter Braungart did a great job. I'm very happy it exists to begin with. Um, and yeah, I want more Looney Tunes in theaters, and I just had a really fun time at the movie theater with this one. I still think about it to this day, and we need more like it. We need more like it.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'm gonna go with The Day the Earth Blew Up. The Looney Tunes movie.
That's honestly a pretty good pick.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm gonna quickly read all of my movies, and then you can read all of yours.
For sure.
So for best casting, I chose Superman. For best score, I chose Fantastic Four: First Steps. For best visual effects, I chose Avatar: Fire and Ash. For best cinematography, I chose F1. For best production design, I chose Frankenstein. For best adapted screenplay, I chose The Life of Chuck. For best original screenplay, I chose Weapons by Zach Greger. For best animated film, I chose K-pop Demon Hunters. For best director, I chose Dean Dubois. For best supporting actor, we have Sean Penn. For best supporting actress, Ariana Grande. For best actress, Jennifer Lawrence. For best actor, Channing Tatum. And my best picture is The Long Walk.
Alrighty, so for my best score, I picked Eddington. For best effects, I picked Better Man. For best cinematography, I picked Larker. For best production design, I picked oh my god, what? Oh, Marty Supreme. For best adapted screenplay, I picked Begonia. For best original, I picked okay, what did I pick? For best original screenplay, I picked
What did you pick? I look, you don't even
Blue,
remember.
Blue, Blue Moon, Blue Moon, Blue Moon. I
Blue
picked for
Moon.
Blue
There
Moon.
you go.
Best original screenplay. For best animated animated film, I picked Chainsaw Man. I picked for best supporting actor, I picked Wyatt Russell for Thunderbolts. For best supporting actress, I picked Alana Haim for The Mastermind. For best actress, I picked Sophie Thatcher for The Companion. For best actor, I picked
The guy who played Dick.
wait, I want to say his full name. I want to say his full name. For best actor, I picked Dimitri Shuster Koloa Matangi for Predator Badlands. For best director, I picked Michael Angelo Covino for Splitsville, and for my best picture, I picked The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie directed by Peter Braungart.
There you go. So this is our 2026 draft. Before we end the episode, I just want to say what my real best picture would be. I guess it would be between Sinners and Weapons.
Really? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, what about you?
For my best picture, might be a basic pick. I would have to go one battle after another, just because I
Okay,
genuinely
yeah, that would be my third pick.
I do want to say though, for my best director, um, I would say James Gunn's Superman. I wanted to say this real quick. I think there's a skill in making such a big film with like so many different like aspects to it.
Totally,
Also, many different
totally,
introducing
totally,
like so many
totally.
characters. Um, you know, one, not making it like a 3 hour long picture, and two, just yeah, like I said, like being able to like introduce all these elements and put on all these aspects and still make it cohesive, enjoyable, feel like a breeze. I watched that movie like 5 times this year, and it might just be like, the comic book nerd in me or whatever, and I can fully admit that bias, but I genuinely think James Gunn did a great job Maybe not his best picture. I wouldn't say it's his best movie, but in terms of what came out this year and the skill displayed in directing ability, I think he did a great job in that movie.
Totally. I
And
wouldn't be mad if it got nominated for Best Picture.
me neither, honestly.
So that brings us to the end of this bonus episode of Popcorn Problems. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you made it this far, you're the real MVP. Don't forget to follow, rate us 5 stars on whatever platform you're using, and DM us your hottest takes and suggestions. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Have a good one.